or was. I was. And I fought against it so hard. I would say so many times, I'm waiting for my children's father. He's incarcerated. And you know, underneath it all, I was lonely. I wanted attention. I wanted affection. I wanted somebody to care for me in a vulnerable state. Having a baby alone. Having to have that child alone, in addition to a teenage child. So I'm not going to sit here and say I didn't play a role in how things played out to what it is today. I played a big role. I played a big role because instead of me using the sense God gave me and say, this is not somebody that could be there and present for me. They constantly going to prison and getting taken away from being in a real relationship with me. Long distance relationship. Just talking on the phone. A phone call I had to pay for. It was times he would send me money, but it was also a time, the first bid, where his mother had control of his bank account and wouldn't give me the money that he would ask her to give me. For me getting things for him, I was being told no by his mother. So I was going through that before we even had kids. And I sucked that up like, F you, I'm not dealing with you. But sometimes you gotta realize, even if a man speaks bad about their parents or parents, it doesn't really mean that that's really what it is. Because he would speak so badly about his mother. That's the other trap. Pay attention to what a man says about his mother. That's going to play a role in your relationship. If a man is too clingy to his mother, ooh, beware of that too. But if a man has problems with his mother, but still has a close bond with her, in a sense, a very weird dynamic, pay attention to that. Because it's going to be a detriment to you in the end. So he played this whole, oh, my mother never loved me. She had so many kids. She was always working. We didn't have a lot. And I had to do this and that. And she put him in a group home and put him in jail. Got him arrested. But that still didn't stop him from eventually taking his family side over me. And I just came into this as an innocent bystander. So I ended up getting pregnant again. Like a dummy. But I don't want to say dummy because my children are a blessing. And I wouldn't trade them for anything in this world. But with that particular person, it wasn't smart. So I had Aria 2019. He violates again. He goes in for 60 days while I was pregnant with Aria, but did get out before I had her. So he ends up being there for the birth of Aria, but he was this close to not being there. God be showing you so many things and you choose not to see it. After I had Aria, he violates again and is going for 90 days. So he was going for 90 days and I'm there with 2 kids. Well, 3, but he's a teenager. The little kids, I'm there with them. I'm there with kids alone. Now I got 3 kids alone. It's my fault. I know it. Y'all don't gotta say it. Whoever's gonna watch this, y'all can say, oh, but you chose him. Yes, I did. But he chose me too. Because he was pressing me. He needed my help so bad. But irregardless, I had Aria. He got arrested for 90 days. I could be mixing it up, 60, 90. Either way, it happened twice. When he came home, by this time, we're getting evicted. I was struggling. Struggling to get a job. I couldn't put both of my kids in daycare. I'm in New York City. We're getting evicted. He got a settlement that he put me as the power of attorney. So I did get this money in my hands, and this is where I fumbled. I could have paid my back rent, but the apartment was in bad condition. I wanted to leave anyway, but I should have fought for that apartment, because us getting evicted was the real downfall now. Because now I got 3 kids to worry about and I had nowhere to go. But me and him was not in a good space, because he never was okay with what he saw on my phone. And then he ended up seeing me with one of the guys that was reaching out to me. He saw me standing outside talking to him. So he broke up with me like 2 days before we got evicted. Literally.